This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, great. Well, we'll call this meeting to order. This is a meeting of the Rules Committee of the Representative Town Meeting. It's a special meeting surrounding Executive Order 9R from the Governor of the State of Connecticut, who is giving us a chance to vote again on a tax deferment program, which we approved back in April, I guess it was, which the RTM approved. But he did say in his pronouncement that he sort of backdoored it and just sort of said, well, your local legislative body can make a determination about whether to continue this or not. And so the wording being the usual kind of mishy-mashy wording that we're used to receiving on these things, I really didn't see any choice. I got first selectman on the phone, asked what they were ready to do. And we had a conference call with that and the town council, and we just felt that given this wording, even though the legislature could elect not to do anything and just let it fly, if you're sitting as the moderator, you're not going to just say, well, I'm going to make the decision for you. You know, we're just not going to have a meeting. I'm not going to call the Rules Committee together, and we're not going to have a meeting. And that's not the way we do it, really. I think the conservative approach is that you do call a Rules Committee together because they ultimately set the agenda for the RTM and set the meetings. And I think you allow the RTM the opportunity to vote. The door is open in the early part of the wording in 9R, even though later on he says, well, if you don't do anything, we'll just assume you're just going to go along with the way you've been doing it. That seems like a backdoor way to do it. And so that's why we're here tonight. This thing popped up in my email on Monday morning, and a little note from the first selectman saying, oh, by the way, here's the latest from the governor. And so we scurried around, had a conference call, and it was determined that the Board of Selectmen would meet on this. It was indeterminate at the time, and we're the ones with a 5-day notice period. If we're going to have an RTM meeting, we have to give 5 days notice. So we were kind of on a short fuse because you've got the Rules Committee's got to meet. Then if we assign a committee, then that committee's got to meet and be ready to report. So time goes by very quickly. So I went ahead and scheduled the Rules Committee and figured if you want, we can set up the meeting of the RTM, and then we'll be prepared and we'll have input. The indication I'm getting from the Board of Selectmen is that they will just want to continue with the deferment program. So with that being said, that's kind of the background. Any thoughts or?
Can I ask a question, Seth?
No, yeah.
Mr. Dell, I just want to ask a question. What if we set the RTM meeting, and what if we don't get a quorum?
Then the RTM failed to act, and no, I don't put it that way. The RTM made a decision not to act, and that portion of the governor's order moves forward. We continue doing what we're doing now.
Okay.
But I just was reluctant not.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're wise.
But because it'll be remote, we should be able to get at least a quorum, I would think.
I think we'll get a quorum. I do. With a remote,
we only need 50
your local
people.
laptop and sign in. I think
Yeah, if I might, we only need 50 people, and the fact of the matter is that from my own committee, which has 17, I'm going to have probably about 16 present. So that's about a third of it there. And it's going to be a short meeting, if we stop announcements and other things like that. we need to, I think, first sign, I think that, I'll make the motion. F&B should be the committee assigned. We're the only committee assigned in April.
The only thing I'd do first is ask for a motion to have an RTM meeting on the 28th, because we won't need you, Jack, if we don't get beyond that.
Well, I think we were still discussing it. He was saying it as an example, he would make the motion, right, Jack?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm saying that F&B is ready to move on this, so I'm not too concerned about that, and I tend to believe that we will get a quorum.
Hi, guys, it's Shannon. And we can probably ask the district chairs to give calls to people as well, just to encourage folks to attend.
Well, I think that it's
Certainly.
Lois, I think the district chairs can poll their district just to make sure, I don't think people have to start doing phone calls unless it becomes essential. I think emails will work. But you mentioned 5 days. When do you start? 5 days is 5 business days or 5 calendar days?
Calendar days, and
Okay.
and it's, so it would be 6 days to Monday.
Okay.
Good.
So here's the question, because I've left mine open and Mike's going to help me run our meeting, but I haven't given him a time yet. So we could actually have a day meeting for F&B, which would allow to have a night meeting for the RTM on Monday, if that's what the committee wants.
Also, suggestion is, Jack, maybe that everyone knows about your meeting. So if people have questions and stuff, they can listen in on your meeting. And maybe that would minimize what has to happen Monday night.
I have no problem, and my intention is similar to what I've been doing before. I've been already gathering information, and I will send to the full RTM F&B's report prior to the meeting.
On Monday, Jack, I'm good anytime after 2 o'clock.
Good. That means, Mark, I know you're traveling, but I'll get back to people and just say, we'll pick out a time, let's say 2:30 or something like that, and we'll just do it then. That way, I know, Seth, your preference was to have it on a Monday.
Yeah, because the RTM's used to that.
Yeah.
So I do Monday at 8 o'clock, and
Is there a motion for that?
could I have a motion to have an RTM?
I'll make
meeting?
the motion. Make a motion. We have a RTM meeting, 8 o'clock on Monday, the 28th.
I'll second it.
I have Ann has a question, or?
I was going to second.
Okay, fine. And the purpose of the meeting would be to discuss and vote on Executive Order 9R, the governor, something to that effect.
Right, and that's it. No other announcements, nothing else, other than happy holidays, enjoy your year.
Yeah.
Who's the second on that motion?
Patty.
Patty. I see Patty. Is that who it was, Seth?
Ann.
Ann was? Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I don't see any. Abstentions? I don't see any. So the meeting is set. Now let's, can I have a motion for assignments of committees?
Make a motion that it be assigned to FNB for their meeting on Monday.
Second, please.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Was that Adele on the second? Was Patty on the?
I think
Monica
it
on
was
the second.
Teresa.
Monica.
Okay,
Monica
hang
on the
on. I'm hearing lots of seconds.
I saw Teresa's hand up, but
I
she's
heard
muted.
Monica.
She's muted.
Monica on the second.
Thank you,
That's
Monica.
good. That's good.
Okay.
Can I ask Mike Wheeler something?
Any no's? Any abstentions? I don't see any. Good. That's settled. Are there any other committees that you want to assign?
No.
I don't see that. Okay. In that case, I would take a motion to adjourn.
Wait.
Wait.
Before we adjourn, wait, one more thing, real quick. saves Mike and I some time.
Patty, you
Mike,
try.
Yes,
Mike, can you set up and get us a go-to meeting at 2:30 for Monday and send me the link, please?
I will do it as soon as we get off the phone.
Super. Thank you so much, Mike.
My
Steph,
pleasure.
are we going to assign committees to the people that have joined the RTM that aren't on committees yet? I thought that was part of what we were doing tonight.
Isn't on the agenda.
No?
Nothing on the agenda.
This is a special meeting.
Okay.
Just to deal with this. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's 7:46. I'll make a motion on the over/under to adjourn.
Monica has a, Monica?
Yes, so the RTM meeting will be considered a special meeting?
Correct,
Yes,
Okay, and so nothing will be added to the agenda.
that's
correct.
correct.
All right, thank you.
But
Just
the new people can join, the new people can vote at the RTM meeting, they just can't vote on their committees, true?
That if they've been sworn in.
They have to have been sworn in, so I'll check with Lisa on that.
I
All
know
right.
one of them who was sworn in.
Yes, Frank.
In regard to the new members, I've had a comment from a colleague RTM member that the people who have been caucused in and have not been assigned to the committees by the Rules Committee are anxious and wondering about where they're going to go. So if you find it possible, Steph, among your remarks, to encourage the committee chairman to reach out to the potential people who are going to most likely be on the committee, to include them in, I think it would kind of smooth things out a little bit, because it seemed to be a little anxiety. You know,
All right.
everybody has anxiety about a lot of different things.
They can,
But you can kind of
they can get up to speed. All right,
It's timing. All it is timing.
wait,
Monica.
So Frank, so to your point, how do we know which committees they're being put on?
No.
How are we going to reach out? And
You know, in my case with TGS&A, I have reasonable expectations. The problem doesn't seem to be with TGS&A. It's some of the folks who believe they're going to be assigned to a certain committee and are not being included in that. You know, it's hard.
Frank, if you and I could talk offline, I'll get in touch with them.
Yeah, I will also say in District 3, and Adele can confirm this, for the 3 candidates that we had, we actually told them what the committee was that they were going to go on, because we had a spot open on TGS&A. So I will be forwarding you the contact information for the individual, Frank. But all 3 people knew what committee it was.
okay. I'm
Fine.
sorry, Seth, and I don't even know if we're supposed to be discussing this tonight, but so for Public Works, I have not heard that we're getting any additional members. So.
Well, we're not voting on this stuff, but I think we can talk offline on that and try and.
I mean,
I
we're
think that-
meeting in 2 weeks anyway, right?
Right.
Right.
I think that the meeting on Monday should just focus on this one item, and we
Yep.
shouldn't
That's all, it will.
muddy
Meeting.
anything else.
All
So
right.
we're gonna set the agenda as being, which we always have to do, and vote on the agenda as being solely the deferral, and that's the approved agenda. We
Right.
open to the agenda. We can wish everybody happy holidays and adjourn.
Perfect.
Sounds
Did the
awful.
over or the under come in so I can reflect it accurately in the minutes?
Relax there, Mark.
Folks, as fun as this is, I will accept a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
We'll have a second. All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
All in favor,
Thank
say
you all.
Merry Christmas, Happy.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Have a good holiday, guy.
Everyone.